Kill Bill Volume 1. So finally, we're getting the Kill Bill Whole Bloody Affair cut of the Kill Bill movies in theaters. So that was a good time to rewatch the Kill Bill movie separately, so that when I eventually review that movie, I can tell you which one I like better. Here's what I will say. Some of you might not like that I'm reviewing them separately because so many people like Kill Bill and I think of Kill Bill as one big movie. I don't think of it that way because it wasn't released that way and that's not how I saw them. So now with the Whole Bloody Affair coming out, we'll see what that does. If you don't know what the Whole Bloody Affair thing is, essentially in Japan, I believe, and maybe some other territories, but it's mostly a Japanese thing. There was a cut of both movies edited together as one. Now and that had never been released in the U.S. Ever, and so Lionsgate is finally releasing that here in the U.S. In December. You can find a theater near you playing it. I'm definitely going to go to a theater to do it. And it's going to be like a 4-hour cut of the movie, basically. It's going to be different from the Japanese cut, from what I understand, because the Japanese one did not have the new animation sequences that are spliced into the movie, so I could be wrong about that, but that's what I've read, so yeah, just know all that. So, I do want to eventually review all of Quentin Tarantino's movies. Whenever he does his last one, I'm going to do that, but right now I'm not too worried about it. I'll be honest, I'm not a big Quentin Tarantino fan, and the main reason why is, well, Tarantino is a director who takes other people's stuff and just does them like in his own kind of fashion still, but there's a lot of people who should be using Tarantino movies as a gateway to watching other things, and they're just not doing that. If you like Django Unchained and The Hateful Eight, and you're not checking out a lot of the westerns that inspired that movie, then what are you doing? If you're checking out Reservoir Dogs and you're not watching the mafia and crime movies that inspired that movie, what are you doing? You know what I mean? So I don't know, but this movie is one of my favorite Tarantino movies. It's not my favorite. I think Reservoir Dogs is, but I think this is like up there because, without talking about part 2 in this, what I really like about this movie is obviously inspired by Bruce Lee movies. I mean, look at the outfit she's wearing. Uma Thurman's character is literally wearing a Bruce Lee outfit, right? You got, Lucy Liu in here and other cast members that are great, by the way. Everything in this movie is great, but, yeah, it's inspired by old samurai movies, old stuff, but the score and the music to this movie and the way that they use a lot of, like, it being set in the modern era and things like that, while still feeling old school, is such a unique movie and combination that I think only Quentin Tarantino could really do. And that's why this movie is so cool as it is, because it really is that. As of piece 1, it really is not like the Wicked movies, for example. I'm just using that example because I just saw Wicked Part 2, but like Wicked Part 1 is a very distinct middle story end point, and then Part 2 is a whole different thing. And so I do think that I understand why so many people see it as one movie. But again, I want to review it as Volume 1, Volume 2. We'll talk about Part 2 in next week's video. But yeah, I thought this was a really cool experience to finally, watch this movie again, talk about it, because I really like this movie. It is such a unique movie, and I do, again, like I said, gotta talk about all Tarantino movies one day. I will review Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's coming next year, because there's a Once Upon a Time in Hollywood movie sequel thing coming out next year. That's not by Quentin Tarantino. It's David Fincher, but still, great movie. Kill Bill Volume 1. Yeah, subscribe if you want to see my thoughts on Volume 2.